none. Right, so you want to do the opening introduction, please, Prof?
The Football Referee is our podcast. Hope there's a few of you at least watching or listening to us, and we may say one or two things of interest. I'm Trevor Gear, and he calls me Bruv.
And I'm Emmy Hikins, and he calls me Cos. Welcome to the Football Referee. Right, so it was something about uh uh Marcus Rashford. So I apologize to you, Marcus Rashford. We're always talking about you on this show.
We are lately.
Anyway, there's something about Marcus Rashford, and he said something like, and I don't think it's his place to say it. He said, "Oh, the reason why Manchester United is struggling is because they feel the need to respond to everything with changes." And I'm thinking, all right, so they're not supposed to do anything. We're just supposed to, not sack Eric Ten Hag, leave him there, and just allow everything to go chaotic. And do you think it is right to say that? Do you think he has a place to say that?
My initial answer would be no, and I think that my eventual answer as well. But we don't know the context, perhaps, of that. One
Yeah,
imagines sometimes we see a quote, don't we, from
yeah,
somebody criticizing somebody else or another team, something like that. And then it turns out that perhaps at a press conference of some sort, a journalist has said, "What do you think, or why do you think Manchester United have problems? Why do they get rid of you?" So if you see the full context of a comment, maybe that influences our opinion of it. But when I saw that he'd been criticising Man United, yeah, my first thought was really he's silly. He should just get on. He should move on with his life. He's got a. I mean, it's only a loan, I think, isn't he? He's on loan to Barcelona, I
it
believe.
is. Yeah, it is. Yeah,
So it's not like he's been transferred there. So he may he may possibly yet end up going back to Man United, though probably
yeah,
never, I imagine, to play for them. But yeah, it just seems a bit unnecessary. He's got a dream move out of this, at least for this season. No
yeah.
doubt being paid fabulous money by Manchester United and Barcelona. So you think he'd be content now just to keep quiet and get on with what he does best, which is to play football. So on
No.
balance, I think it's a silly thing. It's an unnecessary thing for him to have said.
Yeah, I don't think he has the right to say that because he's not involved in the management of the affairs of the
Mm.
club, and he should just concern himself. I think that's what got him into trouble the first time, with him, wanting to get involved in things that were above his pay grade. You can't do that. You just have to focus on the football that you're playing.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. So there's the game between I think it's called the Super League Cup. Am I correct? So the winners of the Europa are playing the winners of the UEFA
Champions League? No?
Champions League. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be our Spurs, and Luis Enrique's what's his team again? This guy, the one that won the Luis Enrique's team. The one that won the Luis Enrique's team.
Yeah.
It's
I can't
PSG.
remember.
That's it.
PSG. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
PSG.
yeah, that's PSG. So
Paris.
it's
Yeah.
Spurs and PSG. What do you make of that?
Well, I mean, on balance and on paper, you think PSG would walk it. I mean, based on Spurs' performances last year, although of course that last season they did win the Europa League, and of
Yeah,
course they got Thomas Franks there now, which
yeah,
is going to clearly influence the team and the players. I think they bought some players. I can't name who they bought, but I think they have got new people in. So it would be silly to say, well, PSG will walk all over them because we don't know. But on balance, I would back PSG to win that game.
mhm.
Presumably, it's only a single leg. It's not going to be two legs, is it? So, and is that a game? Is that a match that's played every year? The Champions League winners against the Europa League winners?
Yeah. I think they call it the super. I think they
I
call it
can't.
this.
Yeah, well, it would be the Super League. I can't say I've
Yeah, I
paid
think they
any
call it.
attention to
Yeah, I
that
think they
before.
call it. Yeah, yeah. I think they call it the Super League. I think they play it every year, actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, it's always been Real Madrid and other teams, but then this year
right.
they're out, aren't they? So it's our Spurs now. Yeah. Um, now we will get to see how the new manager Thomas Frank, is it called?
Yeah,
Thomas, yeah, Thomas Frank.
Thomas
Yeah,
Frank
we'll
from
get to
Brentford.
see how it compares to Angie Postacoglu.
Yeah, where's he gone? I should know where he's gone. He's got another club, hasn't he?
Yeah, we
We've
thought
talked about it before.
we actually thought that he went to Brentford, but then
Oh, right,
on the
right.
podcast that we posted, somebody
Yeah,
replied to say Brentford is preferably a Brentford FC fan is replied us saying we've got a different manager, mate. So
yeah.
oh,
I think their manager actually is one of the coaches who worked with Thomas Franks at Brentford. So yeah, he's going to be the new guy. But I think some people are tipping Brentford to go down, unfortunately. But time will tell. But no,
yeah.
as we say, it's the time of year where there's Super League, etc., Champions League against Europa, and of course the match you're studiously avoiding. It seems to me on.
Yeah, no, I'm coming to it. I'm
Well,
coming
yeah.
to
Well, we're there. Let's. It was.